I didn't realize I was getting on a different kind of elliptical, so I was very surprised. But then I was like, this is so stupid, but I was like, oh my god, did anybody see me get on the machine? And then I'm just gonna get right off. Good morning, everyone. It is October 4th, 2023. I have just turned 34. Oh my gosh. I remember when I was in my 20s, like, I thought 30 was so old, and then I got to 30 and I was like, I'm not done being a kid. I'm not ready to be an adult. And like all the different things that happen in the stage of life in your 30s and like how your body changes, and it's just like, why didn't anybody tell me this? But anyways, back to the fitness journey that I want to vlog. This is my second day at the gym. I have joined kind of one of those luxury gyms, because joining a gym is not like paying the dues for a gym membership every month is not enough to get me to actually go to the gym. So personally, I love feeling pampered and luxurious. So this luxury gym, it feels like you're in a spa. There is a spa inside of it. Like a healthcare hair salon, nail salon, massage parlor kind of thing, inside of it. And then like a health cafe. And then they like inside each of the men's and women's locker rooms, there's a hot tub and a sauna, and there's a dry sauna and a wet sauna, I think, or a steam shower, something like that. I haven't used that one yet, but it's like eucalyptus or lavender scented or something like that. And then the showers and locker rooms, it just feels like the whole facility feels like luxury. And so that's what motivates me to go, is because like after, like I don't want to push my body hard. I don't enjoy it. I don't know. No, that's not true. When I'm doing it, it kind of feels like, oh, I feel like more energy flowing through me and I feel more alive, and this feels good. But that feeling is not enough yet. Maybe it will be, to motivate me to get to the gym. So, yeah, but feeling luxurious and pampered, and like if I know I get to go in the sauna or the hot tub afterwards, that's a reward, because I just feel so good after those, and I feel like it just feels luxurious to me. So anyways, yeah, so I'm paying a bit more premium for a gym membership here, but hey, I paid for a gym membership somewhere where it was like, $20 a month for like a year and never went. So but this is day 2. I went here for the first time, I think 3 days ago at night, because it is excruciatingly, I would say impossible, but it's not impossible because I did it, but like extremely difficult for me to get up early, because there's no motivation to get out of bed where it's warm, it's cozy, I can sleep, I don't want to get up. So starting like my first day at the gym, getting up hella early to go was out of the question. So I was like, I'm gonna go with my normal rhythm, which is to go at night, like after I've been out all day and stuff. Like it doesn't take as much motivation to do that. So I did that at night. I got used to it. I joined this gym like 2 years ago for like a month and I really loved it, but I wasn't keeping up with it, so it wasn't worth the money. So I already knew the facilities, but it was like getting reacclimated to it and being like, yes, I like being here. There's a really weird thing, I don't know if you guys have this, but like, okay, like 4 or 5 years ago, I joined like a crunch gym in the Bay Area, and there was always like a synergy feeling when I went into the gym. Like everybody's here. I always project that people are gonna be judging me and looking at me, whatever. But when I walk in the gym, there's such a feeling of like everybody's just working on themselves and feeling good about themselves and like just working to improve themselves. And like that's it. Like it doesn't feel like eyes on me. It feels like everybody's doing their own thing and working to improve themselves in some way, or feel better about themselves, or just be healthier. And that feels so good. Like I can feel that energy, and it like motivates me and like gets me in that energy. And there's something about the smell. It's probably sweat, which is gross, I guess, but like they've done studies where they had sweat pads under someone who, like, under the armpits of someone who was skydiving, and so there was the scent, or not the scent, but like the pheromones, I guess, of fear in the sweat pads, and they put them up to like their test subjects. I don't know what study this is. Maybe I'll find it and post in a link. I don't know. You can Google it, I'm sure. And I think I heard it on Impact Theory, one of Tom Bilyeu's guests. Anyways, so they put the sweat pads in front of these test subjects, had them sniff it, and then it like raised the levels of fear in their brain. So their energy gets transferred through the sense of, through the sense of smell too. So I'm sure the smell of sweat from people who are working out and improving themselves just like stimulates that desire in ourselves when we smell it. It's so weird. But whatever, like, yeah, we're animals too. Humans aren't like above like the animalistic physical, beingness of being alive. So yeah, so there's sort of something about walking into the gym, the beating music, like the boom, 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 like the vibration of the music going, smell sweat, the feeling, the energy of people just like working to improve themselves, and just feels really good. So I did all that like on like 3 days ago when I came here at night, and then I've been I did not force myself to come for like the last 3 or 4 days since then, whatever, I don't remember. But what I did was practiced at home, getting up earlier and earlier. So here's the other thing. I don't like being around a shit ton of people. Oops, I don't know if I'm going to swear on this channel or not. So I don't know. I just don't like being around a lot of people. The energy just is too much and it feels overwhelming, and I get a little bit anxious. And then also when a lot of machines are taken, or there's just not enough floor space to do some weights or something like that, I just don't, I don't know. It just makes me not feel good. And so I'd rather come here really early when no one's here, and the gym opens at 4, but to be at the gym at 4 means I'd have to get up at like 3:15, because I also have my set morning routine and I need to eat something, because if I work out before I eat, I don't feel good, so I gotta eat something. I gotta take a little time to, let my body do its thing so I can hit up, the bathroom before I get to the gym. And, there's a little bit of a process. I can't just like wake up, go to the gym, So, and then I want to hydrate a little bit before, because I love going to the sauna, and you cannot not hydrate, because your skin will just, like, all the moisture will be gone by the end of the day, and like your skin will start to flake. It's just terrible. And you just feel like, sucks dry, whatever. So, so I let myself over the last couple days hydrate more in preparation for the sauna and in recovery of the last sauna thing. And I let myself, sorry, there's something floating out there. I think it's a spider web. Whoa. Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll. You guys saw that, right? Like, I was just like, what is that? I think it's like a spider sack, like floating by or something. I don't know. That's crazy. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I gave myself a couple days to like prep my body and like wake up earlier and earlier. So this morning I actually just woke up at 4:05. It was amazing. And I obviously didn't set a goal to go to the gym at 4, because that's absurdly early. And I have to get a minimum amount of sleep too. I have to get minimum 7.5 hours. Otherwise I'm too drained to do my job well. That's not true. I can do my job with my eyes closed, but like, in order for me to feel good, because it's customer service, so in order for me to not feel absolutely energy drained by the end of the day, I have to take care of my energy by sleeping right, eating right, all that good stuff. So 7.5 minimum hours, but I get home from work at 6, which means I cannot start dinner until I get off at 6. I probably get home between 6:15 and 6:30. And that's when I start dinner, but dinner takes about like an hour, because I cook rice and salmon and broccoli, and it takes like an hour to make my dinner and then eat it. Like, I don't eat fast, I like to eat slower. So like, say it's like, let's round up from, it's probably like 20 minutes that I eat, but let's say it's like an hour and a half. And so if I don't start dinner till 6:30, that's already 8 o'clock. And I need to be in bed at 8 and then going to sleep by 8:30 in order to get 7.5 hours of sleep before I wake up at 4. So it's a process, guys. And it may feel like super structured and rigid or whatever, but it's not that here's the thing. It's all about intention. I don't do these things because I need to keep myself in a box and I need to be restrained and restrictive and like make myself do something. No, all of these habits they are habits that I have created over the years because I function best when I do these things. I am my healthiest, happiest, most free feeling because I follow these rules. If I don't follow these rules, I'm kind of like a chaotic mess and my energy just spills everywhere and I can't put boundaries up and I can't function and blah, 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 whatever. So like, I don't feel restricted by these things. These things help me be my best and I don't have to think about it. Like, I've already put the systems in place. And there's a saying from, I think, Atomic Habits, could be something else, where they say, we rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to the level of our systems. If you don't have systems in place, when you fall, because we all do, we all have our ups and downs throughout life. When you fall, you won't get anything done and you'll like fall apart and you'll be a mess, whatever. But if you have systems in place of taking care of yourself, I eat this kind of food, I get this minimum amount of sleep, I don't let this person who has terrible energy talk to me before I need to do something really important, whatever it is. When we have those systems in place, then even when your energy's not right, you're not feeling great, you still don't cross those boundaries. Those are like protective boundaries that protect your energy and keep you safe. It is the most adult thing you can do for your inner child. And these are the things that I do for my inner child. So, anyways, wow, we were talking about gym workouts. Got up at 4 this morning, just woke up like that. That was awesome, but I was like, I really don't want to get out of bed. So I procrastinated a little bit in doing a meditation, which I've also been meditating for the last week. I've been trying to create a habit and I meditate a lot, like several times a month, I think, which is more than the average person. Not obviously if you're in a meditation, it's not very much, but for the average like human being walking around, I think most people don't do meditations very much, if at all. So but I know that I feel most aligned and most able to handle whatever comes my way when I meditate. So I've been setting that goal as well for the last week and I've been doing it every morning. And so then this morning I really wanted to get to the gym early. That was the whole goal. And so I was going to meditate after, but it is really helpful to do meditation before you do anything else. And I kind of used that excuse to stay in bed a little bit longer, but you know what, it benefited me. It was fine. And so I did one 10-minute meditation for focus and centering, and I did another 10-minute meditation from the Gem Goddess about like unconditional love and stuff. So that was really good. And then I got ready. I ate like a granola bar, drank some water, brushed my teeth, got dressed, stretched a little bit, listened to a tarot card reading, and then I got to the gym at probably about 5:30, 5:45 or so. I think it was like about 5:45 by the time I actually got to the gym. And then I did 10 minutes on this thing that I thought was an elliptical, but it's like, it's a different kind of elliptical where your legs just go up and down. Like they don't so much like go like this kind of motion, but they go like straight up and down. I didn't realize I was getting on a different kind of elliptical, so I was very surprised. But then I was like, this is so stupid, but I was like, oh my god, did anybody see me get on the machine and then I'm just gonna get right off? Like, I'll look so stupid. So I just stayed on the damn machine for like another 10 minutes. Like I was just like, I'm gonna do 10 minutes here and then I'll go do 10 minutes on a regular elliptical. And like, it's so silly. No one gives a crap what anyone else is doing, but I just, whatever. Like, I'm allowed to feel foolish or whatever, or like silly and like have these moments, like, especially like it's only my second day at the gym, whatever, I'm still figuring it out, still getting confident at the gym. So 10 minutes on this weird alternative elliptical, 10 minutes on the regular elliptical, and I picked up some speed. I think I got my heart rate up to like 173 is what it said, which is awesome. Not awesome because like your heart rate should, I think when you're healthy, your heart rate should be lower even at high intensity. Not like super low, but like, lower than that. But for like my second day at the gym, and usually all I do is like 20-minute walk in the morning in my neighborhood and 20-minute walk in the evening if I'm really good, on top of the morning walk. So I'm happy that I got my heart rate up and working hard this morning. I felt good. And then I went to go lift some weights, some 10-pound dumbbells in each arm, and like these kind of weights. I don't know if you can see that. So, you know, like kind of like working my scaps, I think, my scapulas. I don't know. And then I did like squats with the 10-pound weight, and I did 3 sets of 10 of each of those exercises. And I really wanted to do like a minute of forward facing plank and then 30 seconds side planks, but there was no room. It was like 6:30. Yeah, it was about 6:30, and there was no room to do it. Like the floor space was taken up, and like I didn't know where to do it. So I'm gonna try to go earlier next time. Not a whole lot earlier, but even just like 30 minutes I think would have given me like more floor space to be able to do those things. So to like claim a spot on the floor so I could do planks and stuff. I hate planks, but my core strength seriously needs it. My back and like neck have like given out several times in the last 2 years, and I'm only 34. You know, it's a stupid office job, and I have that, I don't know if you can see it, like a widow's hump or whatever, dowager's hump, I think, something like that. So we're gonna work on getting rid of that, like reducing that, working through that, whatever. I know it's a very specific like stretching exercises and stuff, and like face yoga would be fun to do too, but I don't want to add too much onto my plate. Like I get so excited and I'm like, I'm gonna do all these things, but like one thing at a time, like master it, you know, like get it into a habit and a routine first, and then I can add something else. I've learned this about myself. Okay, so where are we going with this? It is just after 7 a.m. I have 3 hours before work, but I was thinking I would love, so I'm gonna go, wow, let's focus. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do those planks. Shit, now that I've said it on camera, now I actually have to go do them. Okay, so we're gonna go do those planks. Then I'm gonna get in the shower. Then I'm gonna make breakfast, which is just oatmeal, a cup of oatmeal, 24 grams protein powder, hot almond milk, cinnamon sprinkled on top, cup of coffee, you know it. And I'm gonna get ready for work. I think I will still probably have like 30 minutes extra time before 9 o'clock. I'll tell you why 9 o'clock in just a minute. Before 9 o'clock. So I want to journal. I've been journaling like 3 separate things that I've been dealing with energetically in the last week, maybe 2. Things that have come into my awareness and I've been working through, and I feel like these 3 things create the foundation of the next like cycle of, I think that I did the shadow, those were the shadow work things, and now it's time to lay a base foundation of, these are the new habits and thoughts that we're focusing on to create a new reality. No, like to create like a new version of me that thinks differently, moves differently, sets very specific boundaries. Like I feel like I'm expanding. I feel like those things came up to show me where I don't honor myself, and so now that I've become aware of those and where they stemmed from, like the root of it, like I plucked the weed out at the root and then did the self-care. Now there are things that are happening in my environment that are like not tests necessarily, but like that old energy's there, and now I get to choose to say, no, I'm gonna respond in a different way now, or no, I'm not gonna let myself, like I'm gonna let myself feel what I want to feel, but I'm not gonna let myself feel disempowered in relation to this situation, which I normally would have done before. This time we're going to be empowered. We're going to choose to focus our thoughts in an empowering way that we have decided. And so like what I need to do is journal. What is that new empowering way? I need to like take my notes from these 3 separate scenarios, because I have notes in my phone, I have notes in a journal, and I have notes on sticky notes from work. So I need to like cohesive, like coincide, but I don't know what the word is, collaborate, you know, coagulate, no. I need to put all these notes together so that they're in a coherent, succinct, list, or like very, very easy to reference. So I know like throughout my day, I don't have to be thinking like, what was I trying to work through the other day? Isn't this reminiscent? I want to have those like bullet points to be like, oh yeah, that's right. We're changing the way that we think about this or how we relate to this. Like we're not letting ourselves go down that spiral and rabbit hole of disempowered feeling and thoughts anymore. We're changing it. So, I want to do that. And then 9 o'clock, so I don't work till 10, but I wanted to, there's a like cafe restaurant that's in the same parking lot as my work. And I love the people that work there, and we always talk, and like they're just the two guys are just so nice, and like we've known each other for like 3 or 4 years now, and just like we're just encouraging of one another, and like it just makes me so happy. Like one of the guys, he'll like write on like my little, like if I get a croissant or like a piece of apple cake, so good, he'll write on the bag like have a great day, and like and like the other day I was telling it, or not the other day, a couple months ago, I was like, you know, like, yeah, I'm getting going on YouTube again. He's like, if no one's told you yet, I am so proud of you. And I was just like, if you're watching this, thank you so much for saying that. It really meant the world to me. It was so like just sweet and thoughtful and kind. It was kind. It felt really kind. And like kindness is something that like I really receive like wholeheartedly, because I know how much it takes to be kind in this world. And like I just am so grateful for people, you know, I try to be kind as much as possible, and I just really respect and am grateful for people who also try to be kind in this world. So, and if that's you, thank you. So anyways, I'm gonna go there at 9 to get a baked good. That sounded so weird. I'm gonna get a baked good, something yummy, because I've been working out, dang it. You know, I can do it. I have a few extra calories to spare, so I'm gonna get like a baked good and a coffee, and then and that'll probably take like 30 minutes, and then I'll probably go into work like 30 minutes early so I can pick up more hours, like maximum, you know, like I work like 10 to 6, which is 7.5 hours with a 30-minute lunch. So, you know, to pick up my full 8, because I've been slacking a little bit, and I don't want to lose my full-time status and benefits and blah, 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 adult stuff, ew. So anyways, yeah, so this is, I guess I'm gonna vlog my workout journey, because I'm not like your typical, like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym, or I'm so excited to go on a workout journey. Like, I am just a super sensitive, highly sensitive person, very sensitive to energy, and I love like spiritual work, emotional work, shadow work, all that stuff. And I feel like typically I'm gonna draw a generalization, and like don't come for me, okay? But I feel like typically when we're super sensitive, maybe we're not as inclined to go out very much, or like work out or work on our bodies. We live more like in our minds and our hearts, and like we're not as grounded. And I know that's super generalized, and if you don't fit that mold, I'm sorry, I'm not talking about you. But you know, like I think if you were to generalize in spirituality, I feel like we don't as much. I don't know, but then you have like people who do yoga and like yogis and stuff. I don't know, but I feel like maybe it's like a lot of the people I've come into contact with feel that way, but or act that way, I don't know. But yeah, I just the sun's coming up, it's so pretty. Let me show you. Yeah, so pretty. Yeah, so this I'm just documenting my journey, because if anybody else feels like me, where it's like, I don't care about going to the gym, but dang it, my body's falling apart. No, my body's not falling apart, but it is showing clear signs of I've not been taking care of it the way I need to make it last as long as possible. And I do want to live as long as possible. So in that case, we better take care of it. So I'm just documenting that journey, because I'm not someone who's like gung-ho, like I'm doing exercise because I love exercise. I'm doing it because this is one of those systems that is going to perpetuate my body as long as possible in this life. And so this is a system that really takes care of my inner child and my adult self. But it's a very adult thing to do, because it requires discipline and will, and it's, you know, it's very masculine, and I tend to like to flow in my feminine. And I feel like a lot of people who are spiritual, because you are sensitive to energy, you do flow in the feminine very much, and so it can be harder to embody the masculine and set that structure and that discipline and that will. So and that's part of manifesting. So I mean, like, you know, like I bet you anything that through this workout journey I will become better at manifesting, because I will build up more discipline and will and strength. So that's exciting too. Okay, I'll let you guys go, and you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next update. Bye.